Hey folks, it's break time, and it means it's another edition of the Anime Break Room with Will Medina, Dabir Weeks, Lito Bandito, and Joe Cool. What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's good?
Little different intro since we haven't really announced it, but Joe and Lito are going to be two of the staples for the Anime Break Room.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think you crushed it. I think you crushed it.
I don't think I did. Oh, the intro?
Yeah, the intro. Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep.
Spot on. You got me because I thought you were just gonna be like Lito and Joe. You're like Lito, Bandito, and Joe Cool.
I'm gonna keep playing around with it. I'm gonna keep, see what I can do. But all right. That was like the first prototype. So we'll keep going with
9 out of 10.
Was that 9 out of 10? Wow. I think you're being generous.
Maybe.
You never give me a compliment. I feel good.
He's blushing.
I am blushing. Usually he'll say something like whack. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay.
It's a good day.
Well, not for fantasy football.
No, it's not.
No, not at all. But regardless, it's been a while. We're here. A lot to talk about. Obviously, we're not going to talk everything today because we would just be on and on and on. But there is a lot to talk about. Before we get into our lunch break topic, which is the boy in the Heron that won a golden, what did it win? An Emmy?
Oscar.
It won an Oscar, right? Best animated film. Before we get into it, before Joe berates it, because he has his.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'll wait till we get to the topic.
Okay. So before we get into that, I was really excited when I read the manga for. I don't know if you guys remember. I know you guys. Are you currently Lito with My Hero?
No, not on episodes either.
Oh, okay. So what episode did you leave off at?
Deku's trying to get to Shigaraki right now, so it's been a while.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, because I was gonna ask you guys about something, and that's kind of a spoiler, right, Dabir? The second quirk, the gear shift.
Yeah, I think that's the episode right after. Once you actually get to Shigaraki, I think it's that episode.
That's when it's right there.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch that. Honestly, that's
fire, in my opinion. That's fire.
Yeah, that's a real
For
good.
Because that one's almost done, right?
The recent episode?
No. It was like when Deku first got to the coffin in the sky.
Oh, okay.
And they first saw him use gear shift.
Okay, you know what's a better episode?
Well, no. I'm not saying that episode was great. I'm just saying when I read it in the manga, I was excited because they were kind of holding that quirk back.
Oh yeah, they were.
And then all of a sudden
it surprised me too. I'm like, this is different.
Yeah, I like the concept of it.
I forgot that he wasn't using one of them.
Yeah,
I did too.
I forgot.
Yeah. When I didn't forget. I was like, yo, because you've seen 5, you've seen 6, 7, 8, 4. You've seen them all, and then like when they finally, kind of just. Well, I'm sorry. When I'm thinking about it, it's like, yo, you've seen all of them except for 2. I'm thinking, why they hold back 2? And then like when I finally read it in the manga, I said, oh, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then how it elevated or evolved through the quirk itself. It just became so much better. I thought she was current with it though, so I won't get into that too much.
All right, but I'll catch up soon.
Yeah. You said Deku's just getting to.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Oh,
Man,
okay.
flying over the ocean.
Yeah.
We can't even talk about it.
No. I thought he was current with it.
Come on, bro.
I know.
What are you doing?
I will say.
I'll be there.
I will say that I see why he was saying that Deku wasn't ready to use it. I see why. Because of the backlash of using it.
Yes. Yeah. It's very strenuous on the body.
Yeah, that makes sense. I did want to add that.
I don't see, this is without giving you any spoilers. I don't see how that's a thing when you progressively get better at using a quirk by using it.
True.
So if you have no prior experience to actually using the quirk, I don't know if he has. They haven't explained that yet. If he has had training with it.
Oh, yeah. I see what
You
you're
know,
saying.
like,
yeah.
it makes it real difficult for him to use it right now if he's never used it before.
I felt like he had to at least test
Yeah,
it
there-
one or
yeah.
2 times.
Yeah, me
'Cause
too.
Once he got there, he just like kicked
Let it
it
rip.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so I'm like, he
there
had
was a
to.
moment where they were training, right? Like they were kind of training, but they didn't show him training
Yeah.
with gear shift.
I think
Maybe
that's when he
behind the
was
scenes.
resting.
Yeah.
When he was resting, when he finally like let himself rest, I think that's when he was training.
Yeah,
Had to be.
Okay.
yeah. But to your point, Joe, you're right. You know it. You know who was to say that it would be strenuous on the body if he's not using it? I
Right.
get what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure knowing Deku and the character, he had to have second wielder. How can I use this? Let's get it going.
What the heck even is it? What am I
Right,
even
right.
doing? Yeah.
But I'm glad they had one cork like in the back pocket the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just like it just dawned on me. It's like I was like, you see all these other corks. What happened to the second wielder? And when that happened, I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Like when I read the manga, it was dope.
Oh, I bet.
It was dope.
I bet.
And the story with the second wielder it's kind of not finished. Like
so it's more
he
to it.
has a real like deep, not a deep, but he has some sort of connection with All for One.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and Bakugo kind of opens that connection.
I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I think they kind of hinted it.
Yeah,
right?
they were hinting
through
around it.
Shigaraki.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was just like, what is
The-
going on here? I didn't know what was going
the
on, so that makes
fear.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, it
yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So that's when they show that they'll go into the backstory of All for One, One for All, and the brothers and all that. They'll get into the backstory and all that. So I think that's gonna be in the next season. I think so because this
There's
season's
another
almost done. It's gonna be another season.
okay.
Yeah, because there's so much.
Yeah, they should have split it up. It is like you were saying, and I can see like where they at now from the last episode. I'm like, there's clearly a lot more.
There's
clearly a lot
so
more.
Hopefully,
much. There's
it
so
is a
much.
season and not
Yeah,
Like a
I know.
collab
I
movie?
know.
Are you-
Oh, another movie?
not a movie.
You're not. You wouldn't be down for a movie?
The movie would have to be 6 hours long for me to be down with it.
Which they wouldn't do.
I'm just tired of movies.
Yeah, same.
I
That's
want
the new thing
movies,
now. They
an
about to make
original
their bread.
like Black Clover did. A movie that's
Non-canon?
Yeah, non-canon. Something dope like that.
You
Not
guys,
just-
you guys don't like what Demon Slayer's
Nah,
doing?
'cause
For the longest time,
Here we go.
and it's true. For the longest time, movies have not been canon.
Yes.
Who
You're
changed it? I know you know
Demon
who
Slayer.
changed
Demon
it.
Slayer.
Demon
No,
Slayer.
Oh, I was
not
about to
Demon
say,
Slayer.
yeah,
who
Not
changed
Demon
it?
Slayer.
Who?
Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, Super Hero. Yeah.
It was because
Broly, the Broly
The
movie.
first.
But it wasn't
The
canon
first
at
movie.
first.
Wait,
It-
not the original 3.
No,
The first
Super.
Super Broly movie.
No, the first Dragon Ball Super movie.
What was
with
it?
Frieza.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Beerus.
Oh.
Beerus,
Beerus.
right?
I didn't
The-
even realize
Beerus is the
that.
first one.
Yeah.
They made that canon, right? And then they added it to the series. Then Fukakusu no F came about, and then they added that to the series.
At least they added it to the series instead of
Well-
Demon Slayer's already done, and they just said, "Let's make it a movie."
Yeah, but the movie already came out. Why add it to the why
No,
add it to
Demon
the-
Slayer did the same thing with the Mugen Train.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah, they
the
did.
manga was already done. They just made it into a movie.
But
okay.
The people that opened that gate, that flush gate, was like Dragon Ball Super.
It's a money
that's
grab.
true.
That you guys you know this. It's a money grab. It's
Yes.
it's something where
Unfortunately.
okay, if we can make money off it, and we as the anime community are going to go see these
Yeah.
movies regardless, and then we're gonna watch it again on Crunchyroll. That's just how it's
Yeah.
gonna be. You
Well,
know,
not recently, but Mugen Train we watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the 2 pieces of crap that they did for Demon Slayer,
I didn't see the latest one.
it was it's the same thing they did with the last movie.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
2 episodes of the last season and an episode of the first
I
one.
did a little teaser.
I didn't even waste my time with that.
but yet you want for My Hero to bring out a movie.
Well, that's different because it's brand new. It's not like okay, I get what you're saying. When the movie comes out, I'm gonna go watch it, but it's the end.
And it's just gonna be the movie. It's not gonna come out in episodes.
I think it will.
You think it will?
Yeah, I think it
That
will.
defeats the whole purpose of it.
I don't know. It's but it's not like we're going backwards and watch the last 2 episodes of the last season and then we'll give you the first episode of the first season and then you can wait for the next season to come out. Like I'm not. That's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. If you're just gonna put it in episodic format anyways, then why make the movie?
Yeah.
But we're gonna go watch it regardless.
Yeah,
you know,
it's in us to go watch it regardless.
Right,
you know?
right. Like, what are we gonna do when Demon Slayer comes out?
I'm pretty sure that's just
I
gonna be
would watch
movies.
it.
Kick down them doors.
You don't think they're gonna be turned into
I think
episodes?
it's gonna be movies. Just
Okay. All right. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's
just
just gonna be
movies?
movies.
Yeah.
Too. Like, I think they're gonna finish it off with just how was that? 3 movies?
yeah.
3 movies.
I mean, later on they could potentially split it up into episodes because there's also money in like the physical format of it, right?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
views,
Give you a three movie bundle for you to like
No,
purchase?
Possibly,
no. They, you know what? They could just put the movies as
Like
a movie
on a
format
trilogy?
on Crunchyroll.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
what I was just about
Yeah.
to say that. I feel like that's what
Yeah.
we're gonna
because
do.
they did
Yeah.
movies. They didn't come out in I don't know if they came out in theaters in other places, but the AOT, that was just movies. They didn't come out in episodes.
it was in a movie format.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though it was like one long episode,
Yeah.
it was but it was like movie format,
Yeah.
which that could have been a movie.
Yeah.
The last AOT episode, it was an hour and a half long.
Mhm.
I think it could.
I just want like
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
when I feel like these anime episodes get adapted into movies, I feel like it should be as long as a Star Wars movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
there's so much story that they're probably like trimming off fat.
They're
that
condensing.
They're
They're
kind of like
condensing.
cutting the meat out of it
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I ask you a question?
What?
When One Piece is done, would you like to see that into a movie, like the final war? Why not?
I know God Valley better be in the movie.
Yes, no, I agree. That I agree,
They need to bring
and that
that.
should be
It's
a
been
2-hour
over,
movie.
It's been over
Yeah,
1,000
yeah.
episodes about being into a movie. Why do the last into a movie?
thank you.
Why change
It
it
will
up?
be
Don't
box
follow the
office.
trend.
It
Don't
will be
follow
box
the trend.
office.
You are box office already.
Think about how the last episode of One Piece, and I guarantee the last episode of One Piece is not going to be like 30 minutes. It's going to be close to like an hour and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
the very
Yeah.
last, yeah.
Would they put it into a movie format? I hope they don't. I hope they release it as a long episode. It will break the internet.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I hope Oda stops the manga like 2 episodes before the end.
No, there's a rumor that the manga's gonna be done in January 2025.
I hope he doesn't
Which
release.
I don't think so. Do you think so, Dabir?
I feel like
I don't see that. I just think that's a rumor.
I hope he doesn't release the last 3 episodes.
So it won't be no spoilers.
Yeah, and the anime could catch up, but have people in the background working on the animation for the last 3 episodes. That would be key. That would be so goated.
It's funny you said that because my sister, she said, as soon as I catch up with Egghead, I'm jumping into the manga because I already
to.
know.
You
I already
have
know
to.
they're gonna spoil the ending, and it's gonna break the One Piece is gonna break the internet twice. They're gonna break the internet when it's done with the manga, and it's gonna break the internet when the anime is done.
Yeah.
They're gonna break the internet. So
Why not just break the whole world?
yeah,
I feel like they will.
And
'cause
release
the last
everything at
chapter
once.
was like 15. Like today's chapter was 15 pages. Yeah,
Was
because
it?
usually around like 17. It was 15, surprisingly. So I feel
Okay.
like they are already starting to plan ahead for that.
Good.
Gotta be.
so you think they're gonna delay Dabir? You think they're gonna delay the?
Yeah, I think so. And then the next One Piece episode is like a little filler thing.
Like those special episodes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like a 0.5.
yeah.
Oh,
hate
it's a recap episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
But is
What was the episode last night?
I didn't watch.
Yeah, I missed that one too.
It was Sabu finishing up telling about when he came back
with
from
King Cobra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was finishing up that.
Yeah, I'm 2 episodes behind, but I know where they're at. I already know where they're at. So okay.
Yeah, I think last week's episode was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
because we actually got to see
Emu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of people already speculating what their form is. You know, we all assuming it's a woman, but assuming that the silhouette is supposed to be like a reptile type. So that's interesting.
Oh, like a salamander?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. A lot of people, because there's like Japanese lore about salamanders.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like world eaters or something.
Mm-hmm.
But did you guys see that the Japanese VA got put on IBM for Emu?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a male actor.
It's a okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Is that a leak?
And it's,
they leaked it or
no? It's up.
Oh, okay.
And
it's confirmed. Yeah.
He does very deep voices.
I was gonna say, what if they hit you like Lucas voice actors? He could do a girl voice.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that
throw everybody off.
It's funny because they're still like messing with the voice, even with the latest episode. They're not fully letting us hear it. I'm just like,
You think they're not sure what emu? Well, they have to be sure what emu is. Like Oda has to be sure what type of gender emu is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I think that's just a big question that's on everybody's mind is if emu's a boy or man or a female.
Stretch it out
male
for us
or
to
female.
wonder.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, but I saw that episode where King Cobra saw him sitting on the throne. I was like, wow, that was nuts.
To be continued.
Yeah. Reading the manga was crazy, but I love how they did it in the anime. They definitely brought it to life.
So far that we know of, are you caught up?
Not manga wise.
Not manga?
No.
But you're current with
Yeah.
Okay. And these guys are cut up in the manga. But so far, only 3 people saw Emu at that current situation. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
One of them is dead.
Yep.
So the other 2 know what Emu right now looks like and what is going to happen with the other one.
I know he's going to keep running like he is.
Yeah.
He's going to keep running like he is. I know that.
Okay, so Sabo, King Cobra, who was the other one?
Wapu or Lapu?
Yeah, Wapu.
King Wapu. Wapu. Yeah.
Big face, big mouth.
Okay, yeah. And they're looking for him too.
Well, they don't know who was behind.
Oh,
yeah, my man was gone. He was gone.
Yeah. He was like, "Get me out of here!"
Yeah. That makes sense now that I think about it. Okay,
I forgot about that too until I watched it. I was like, "Oh yeah." There's a little stuff that I forgot because you read it so fast,
right?
You just kind of move on to the next thing. But in the anime, they slow it down a little bit for you to really capture it all.
Yeah. But you'll see what happens with him and Vivi. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's like, we ended at that.
You know what? That's how they ended.
Yeah,
I just forgot about that.
They were Morgans.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
He made a call. He made a call, and he was like, "You gotta come get me."
Yeah.
So okay. Say less.
But yeah, no, I can't wait. I can't wait. And like I said, I remember you sent me something with Beckman and Luffy.
Oh, listen,
I'm telling you right now,
story, bro.
I'm telling you right now, it's. I haven't read. I'm like maybe 2 chapters behind. I haven't read it yet, but it's going to go down to Elbaf. It's going down.
So I was like,
the beer. I think the beer is confirming.
Yeah,
it's going to go down.
So far, what we kind of like see is Elbaf is Norse mythology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So I saw something that kind of like made sense. How big is Elbaf? It's my question. Because if it's
If it's for
giants, it has to be huge.
It's the
right?
land of the giants.
It's the land of the giants. So that country itself, if it holds many people, it has to be gigantic.
Yep.
So like, that's potentially a new world for these guys.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's you. Are you saying it's gonna be a regular, ordinary One Piece arc where they're gonna have like 50 episodes of exploring the island?
I think in Norse mythology, there's like 9 spirit realms. I think the island might be like kind of like Wano, where it has like 5 different, dictating families.
Yeah.
It's kind of gonna be like that, but more so having to like travel throughout these spirit realms.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do it because they just mentioned somebody, but they wasn't specific in the latest chapter. They just said a name. It's like we all think, once you read it, you're gonna be like, oh, they talking about him. I don't think they was talking about him. I don't know who they talking about. I don't know if there's like their king or what. So it left me a little confused on that earlier.
And
today.
if they have a king, is he part of the circle? The I forget what it's called.
The
Reverie.
Yeah. Well, they live hundreds and hundreds of years, so whoever they was talking about had to be like, I feel like
ancient.
I feel like they
like
had
still
to be
alive from 800 years ago.
They probably look decrepit, but it's what I'm assuming. But giants live a long time, so I don't know.
Can you imagine a giant that knows what happens in the void?
That's what I feel like.
That
it
would
gotta
be
be whoever they were
crazy.
talking about. It has to be.
If they lived that long, that would be nuts.
I can see that
because what's the name is still alive? Old, but still alive. The elephant. What's the elephant name?
Zunisa.
Yeah.
Zunisha.
Still walking around. Still remember.
Looking
So,
dead, though.
Yeah, looking eyes sunken and all.
I don't even know if it's alive. I think it's just moving from
Joey
somebody
boy.
controlling.
From instinct.
No, but yeah, I can't. All I'm saying is it's gonna go down Elbaf. I really think Luffy and Shanks are gonna fight on Elbaf.
They are.
I think so.
Mm.
I think so.
Oof.
They teased us with a silhouette of somebody.
Yeah, at the end of one chapter, at the end of the Egghead arc, the last chapter of the Egghead arc, they teased us with a silhouette of somebody, and he said, "Okay, come on." That's all the dialogue said, and it looked like Shanks.
Once he said it looked like Shanks, I was like, you know what? It does.
It looked like Shanks. So, I think it's gonna go down.
You know
Luffy's.
who else looks like Shanks? Silhouette wise,
Who?
Rayleigh.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be Rayleigh.
You don't think it's gonna be
No.
Rayleigh? Because whenever there's like disaster pending, he shows up.
Yeah, but
true.
I don't. I mean, you know what? It would be a twist if Rayleigh shows, and Rayleigh. There is a connection between Rayleigh and Shanks.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that does make. But I just think Shanks is on Elbaf. That's where he.
Oh, he is. Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah, Shanks is on Elbaf.
Yeah.
So that's where he killed or destroyed Kid.
Took
I'm not
out
gonna say
Kid.
killed,
One shot.
but he one shotted Kid. Yeah. So Shanks is there, and I just feel like it's gonna happen. Shanks and Luffy on Elbaf.
But wasn't Shanks worried about Blackbeard more than Luffy?
Yeah, but
Because he has like some type of.
but
like,
remember what Luffy said when I think he was talking to Law or somebody. It was something about Luffy said there is an Emperor of the Sea I want to go after, and it's not Kaido. And it obviously wasn't Big Mom. I think he said it on Punk Hazard.
I
Interesting.
think I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say it wasn't Big Mom? Because he was like
It's not Big Mom.
he was going after her.
Well, at Wano, he was more interested in Kaido. Every time Big Mom would say, "Oh, Mugiwara," he's just like,
ignored her. Yeah,
and he's just like, "Whatever, okay, yeah." He
definitely
just
brushed her off to the side.
Yeah, but it's not. But I think it could be like the safe option would be Teach. It would be Blackbeard. The twist will be Shanks.
Especially after Shanks did that Wi-Fi hockey on Green Bull.
Yeah.
And then after that, he was like, "Oh, a familiar face popped in my head," and he started cheesing. You knew it was Shanks. You know who his hockey felt like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
So that's all. I just think it's gonna happen. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. But I think it has to. I think it has to happen.
Interesting.
Yeah. But with that being said, let's get to our lunch break topic. Boy in the Heron. It won. You said Emmy? Oscar, right? Oscar for Best Animated Film over Spider-Man Across the Universe. Obviously.
Well, once I heard I was like,
I don't know what else though either.
Was there another good?
Oh no, yeah. There's like always a few, 4 or 5 nominations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are these it right here? There's Nimona, Robot Dreams,
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Elemental, and Spider-Man Across the
multiverse, the Spideyverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Spider-Verse.
Real quick before Joe like buries this thing. Okay, real quick. The dub cast was amazing. I wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Dabir, did you watch it dubbed?
Yeah, it sounded good. It sounded real good.
Yeah,
I loved who did Mahito. I forgot to look that up. That
Luca Padvan.
Yeah,
It's a young kid.
Yeah, he did an amazing job. First of all, Mahito was a good character.
Yeah.
He was down for the smoke.
No hesitation.
Yeah. Everything like he wanted to just he wanted to get after everything.
He was the type of kid that you look at and is like, nah, I want to take him under my wing.
He's
serious. He just gives that off.
Way better than the MC from Tokyo Adventures. Oh my god.
I agree.
Yeah. But he was a good character, and I think the VA did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
What I was really impressed with, and obviously Christian Bale was the father, and I heard that as clear as day when I heard father. Yeah, it was Christian Bale, But Robert Pattinson, man, like, he did the Heron, right?
Yeah.
Oh my, I couldn't even I wouldn't even guessed it. He did an amazing job.
He got range, man.
He got crazy range. I'm just like, the whole time thinking, yo, where's Robert Pattinson? Like, I'm like waiting for him, and I had to look it up, and I saw that he was the Heron. I'm thinking, wow, like that was like, and he changed his voice when the human face came out, and then would change his voice again when it was just the bird form. I was like, wow, he's really good. Like, he's really talented. Yeah.
I don't know how he ain't laughing the booth when he was trying to talk like that.
I would have been cackling.
Yo, for real. No, he did an amazing job. I mean, he kept me invested in the movie. He really did. I thought he did good. Batista was obviously the
Parakeet King.
Yeah, the Parakeet King.
Selfish little guy.
Yeah. I liked it. And that was great. I think that was a great role for Batista. They even made the Parakeet King big as he was muscular.
He was a big dude.
Yeah. Mark Hamill was the great uncle or grand uncle. And Mark Hamill does a lot of great roles. Obviously Luke Skywalker,
Joker specifically.
He Joker with the Kevin O'Conroy, right? That was the Batman.
On the animated.
Yeah. That's his name. Yeah. Rest in peace. But Mark Hamill, he's big in with doing voice acting roles and stuff. So he did an amazing job too. But obviously William Dafoe was the noble, what was it, seagull?
No, the parakeet.
Parakeet. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Or pelican.
Was it
pelican?
Noble pelican or
I think it was pelican.
Was that the one that was?
It was dying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was William Dafoe.
King parakeet.
Yeah.
King parakeet.
The King parakeet was Batista. Yeah. But see, I thought William Dafoe
was the Heron.
I
thought so too.
That's how good Robert Pattinson really like killed this role, bro. I'm thinking, okay, so that's William Dafoe. So where's Robert Pattinson? And then I had to look. I was like, no way! Like it blew my mind. It really did. It blew my mind. The dub cast was amazing. It was spot on. And what's the director's name again, Lito? Miyazaki.
Yeah,
for him,
oldest directors.
83.
Yeah, Oscar.
Yeah,
83.
For this to what people thought was gonna be his last movie, he did a good job. Well, I don't know if he cast the the WAs or anything, but whoever did a great job. If this was gonna be his last movie, which it's not gonna be his last.
It felt
movie.
like it was definitely probably meant to be.
Yeah, but I mean, they did a good job with the dub to to really cast these characters really well, and I was impressed. Like I said, Robert Pattinson impressed me the most.
It says here Miyazaki is the oldest director ever nominated in this category and is the oldest winner by more than 2 decades.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that is
living legend right there.
He has a lot of great movies. Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky, Howl's Moving Castle, and I have yet to see those 2 movies.
I still gotta watch those last 2. Yeah.
Which two?
I seen Princess Mononoke. It was a while ago, but Castle in the Sky and Howl's Moving Castle, I have yet to see those.
And My Neighbor Totoro, you seen that one too?
No, I haven't seen that either.
That's right. That one and Porco Rosso.
And Porco Rosso, yeah.
Or all of them, I don't know.
Princess Mononoke is the one that rides the dragon, right?
No, Wolf.
No.
Wolf?
Yeah.
Wolf? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, because
Dragon.
I feel like I saw a movie where one of the old women, the caretakers, was in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a cameo?
And she was like a witch in that movie.
Oh, okay.
Not Howl? No, there wasn't no dragon in Howls.
No, it was a girl, and the faceless comes out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was
Spirited Away.
Oh, Spirited Away.
Oh, another one I haven't seen.
Yeah, Spirited Away.
What?
That's like that's like childhood memory.
Yeah. That's but looking at it, I'm looking at the years that came out. 1986, 1990. I was like, wow, these movies are out for a while. So
they still look good.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah,
Speaking of looking good, Boy to Heron, typical Studio Ghibli animation, beautiful. I loved the colors they use. I love the it's drawings, right?
Yeah, drawing.
Yeah, the
little bit of CGI mixed in there, but all hand drawn.
Yeah, I love the part where he's eating the toast and you can see like the spread of the toast. It just looks so cool.
Yeah,
typical Studio Ghibli animation. I loved it. It was great.
Which one is the one with the Fish King Paku?
Fish King.
That was a really good movie too.
Which movie it was?
It's like a little
running around and then
on the water.
Ponyo?
Is it Ponyo?
Yeah.
Man, what a beautiful movie that
was.
Yeah,
that was beautiful too. I think was that the one before this one? I know that one's one of the more recent ones.
Yeah.
Ponyo was really good.
What was it called?
Ponyo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie.
Okay.
It made me tear up and everything. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check those movies. My sister's a big fan. My sister's a big fan of the Studio Ghibli movies. She's watched them. That's one thing that I should, as an anime watcher, I have to watch because those are classics. Those are great movies. Where do you rank this among those movies? Man. Whoever wants to go. Go ahead, Lito, because you're also a big fan of the Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the studio. This one was good, but since they were mostly
winning good.
No, I think it was Oscar winning good, but they were all excellent, and I just have this one maybe like 8th because I think there's so many other good ones.
Okay.
You think being 8th is Oscar worthy is crazy.
Because the other 7 are still incredible.
Yeah, they're all classics.
And just favorites too. Like some of them I consider favorites or personally,
What's your favorite?
Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
I have to watch that one.
I think they're all on Max, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One is it? There's one that's not from Miyazaki, but it's from the same studio. It's Grave of the Fireflies.
I heard
that one's on Netflix.
I heard that was good.
I recognize that name.
Yeah. I heard a lot of good things about
that
it.
one right now is on Netflix, and I want to check it out.
It's on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I heard some good things about that. But okay. Dabir, have you watched a lot of the Studio Ghibli?
I will have to rewatch them.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not a fan, Joe.
Not of this one. No.
Yeah.
Not of this one. I've watched not a lot, but a decent amount of Ghibli. I love their art, love their colors. And usually I love the plot and the story behind it. This one was just terrible with the plot. Terrible.
A lot of holes.
It was consider it a crater because like
One thing I felt like I wish they'd explored more was the Heron. Not just because I felt like Robert Pattinson was because he did a great job, but the fact that the Heron had a human head inside of its body, I would like an explanation on why that's even a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, was this person cursed to be a Heron, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish the Heron itself had a backstory. That's one gripe that I have.
Yeah, I agree. But there was a lot of like senseless scenes, especially like, okay, we get that the movie is based on the timeline of the World War II or whatever. Mm-hmm. I get that. You know, Japan was in it. Japan was going through it. You know, we get that. We obviously see the kid lose his mom because of it. You know, but why in the middle of the movie they're like transporting like glass? It was like the cover for the pilot jets.
Yeah, that's what they look like. Yeah,
and it's like,
oh,
this is senseless.
Because the father was in that.
I get that, but it's senseless when it comes to the movie,
right?
You know, like it has no substance to the movie. It adds no type of substance to it.
I forget what was going on at the same time they were showing us that. Was somebody talking?
No idea.
I can't remember.
Mahito was hurt and he was looking to see where he was just getting up from his bed and just walking around, checking out what's going on around him.
And like,
okay,
we see his dad and his company put up these things. Then we see him in the shelter, and then all of a sudden we see him taking them out, returning them to the factory. I'm like, what is this? It's senseless.
I thought they said that from that point.
It's just like a whole 45 minutes taken away from the movie.
I would say 45 minutes.
45 seconds.
It's like 5.
I'm exaggerating.
Yeah,
but,
no, we see that. Yeah, we see that. But,
no, but it was a lot of like senseless stuff.
Yeah. I just think there's a lot of things. I mean, yeah, I get it. That didn't make any sense. It's a wasted scene, I guess. To give the father some screen time, probably. That's all I can think of.
Like, they didn't even traverse any information over the gate of knowledge.
What was that? That was where he found
the pelicans. Where the pelicans were trying to eat him.
Okay,
where they pushed them through the gate, right? Yeah.
After that, we knew nothing.
That's when he was found by the sailor woman, right?
Which is his caretaker.
Yeah.
Which that was one of the big things that bothered me was younger versions of people staying in that wherever that is, that realm. That wasn't explained either.
Yeah.
I was really curious about that. Like, how did it work? Or give us a little bit.
Right.
Something.
Like he eventually found his mother
at
a young age. You know, and it's funny because they showed her with the fire.
Right, she had that fire ability, yeah.
And I'm thinking in my mind, was she the one that started the fire in the hospital?
Ooh. She said she wasn't afraid of fire. I don't know.
That I'm not sure, because I'm not known with alarms, but I feel like that first alarm was a bombing alarm.
Oh, was it a bomb alarm?
And then
but there was no explosion.
No,
was there explosion?
No, but when that came out, it was probably like maybe them seeing them incoming, because I know the screen was like all black, or the town was all black, so there was no light yet. Okay. Then the alarm starts going. Then we go to his bedroom, and then they start ringing the fire bell.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been a bomb, but I don't know. I think it would have been cool if that was like his mom who did it, because she's going back to that other world. You know.
True.
Because
interesting.
Because his stepmom, which was kind of his aunt,
which was his aunt, that blew my mind.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, his dad don't play. But like it seemed like she wanted to stay in that world to give birth to the baby.
She was really dead set on that.
So, from my understanding, is that the great great grand uncle needed an heir.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's where Mahito comes in, but he no longer like Mahito doesn't want for that to happen.
Right.
So now they're trying to get her out of there because she's trying to give birth to this child so the child can take over the world.
Okay.
Because remember, they're trying to have a person with no malice take over the world.
And it has to be a part of the bloodline too.
Yeah. And Mahito, he tells his great uncle, listen, I have malice. I did this to myself.
Right.
So I can't do this.
Which now that makes sense why the whole rock. That makes sense. Like I get that because when he did and again when they did the blood, when they showed the blood, the color and just the flow of the blood, that was like whoa, that was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Crazy how he hit himself with a rock, but
I was like, I guess mission accomplished.
I'll take revenge for you.
I know.
He was ready.
Cut down the kids.
He was gonna whip them kids.
He's gonna go Anakin style.
Who did it?
Anakin is crazy.
No one's gonna get away with it. No one's gonna get away with this one bloodline. I was like, Christian Bale was going in, bro.
I realize this ain't Batman, bro.
Where's the drugs?
But I don't think it's worthy of that Oscar. I really don't. And
let me just say, it was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I get Lito. You said it. I think you said it last week when we were kind of talking about it. It's a magical world. It's it's something where you want to put your imagination on and just kind of flow with it. What something like that. But there's just certain things where now we live in a different time where you want everything to be explained. You know what I'm saying? Like you want everything just to make a little bit of sense. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as what we saying,
a lot of it was meant for a lot of it to be left to the imagination.
Yeah.
That's how he usually is, though. He doesn't like this movie was a perfect example. Yeah, there were a lot of subplots that were either confusing or didn't make sense, but that's just where he leads you to like the imagination,
just kind of dawn on it.
Yeah, just like the ending, like an open ending.
But we don't live in that time. Like it was cool probably in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Where he, with all the other movies. Now we live in a time where, like, I was gonna go back to One Piece, but like what Oda foreshadows or AOT. You know what I'm saying? When the author foreshadows something, okay, what was that? And then like when the tie-in, like say you always want to see the tie-in. You always want to see what that meant or what that's gonna be. And then like it's like like we live in that era where we want answers instead of more and more questions.
Tie up loose ends.
Yes. And I just think Miyazaki, right?
Miyazaki,
yeah. Miyazaki, he does a great job with leaving it to the imagination. That's why I'm a fan of Cowboy Bebop. You know what I'm saying? Because the ending leaves you kind of like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Here, we're just going to give you a little bit. You figure out the rest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm a big fan of that. But at the same time, I just think there was just too much to try to fill in yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's lazy.
No, yeah.
But I'm also saying like he could have tied in some things, you know what I'm saying, along with the story and to make it a little more... to make sense, I should say. That's all. Honestly, for me, I still found it entertaining. Like I like watching it. I watched it twice, so I thought it was good.
Yeah, definitely entertaining. Definitely enjoyed the watch.
Yeah, I love the world. You know what I'm saying? I love this whole spirits or it was not spirits. It was just another dimension. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I thought that was obviously unique and cool and stuff and. Saying very fantasy like, but there's just a couple things that I wish he would have tied in to just make it make sense. That's all.
And some realism with Mahito. We see basically the story is just him going through his grief and loss, and at the end adapting to the change that he's got to get used to now.
Right. Which they did a good job illustrating that. You know what I'm saying? he felt very uncomfortable with his aunt / stepmom. You know what I'm saying? Taking the role of being his mother, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, Joe, I think you said it last week where now he just accepted it out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no really.
Yeah, I think he grew into it.
Yeah.
Like he's
kind of forced though.
Yeah, forced, and he spent his time with the mother, and I think eventually throughout the movie he came into realization that he's got accepted, and he's got a little brother and sister to take care of, and he knows this is his life now.
Right.
He's a smart kid too.
Yeah,
it's not
very
like
smart. Yeah,
it doesn't seem like she did it out of spite or anything. Like she was feeling bad that in a way that.
When was that? Okay, when he saw her in that room where his
like
mother,
he already felt like she failed to protect him when he showed up out his.
Okay, I'm talking about you're right. I get what you're saying, but I'm talking about when she was in that room where he found her.
Yeah,
and she said, "I hate you."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Was that her or was that like another entity inside of her?
No, that was her.
Yeah, that was her.
Okay.
That was her. I felt like she said that to protect him.
Yeah.
You know how you say like like in the old movies where you have like this wolf or bear, that you made friends with, and all of a sudden you can't keep them, and they're trying to kill the bear because the bear did something stupid. You're like, go, get out of here. I don't even love you.
It's
You're
not safe here.
Make them upset so they leave. That's what I felt like. Yeah.
Then they come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I felt like what she was doing too. She was just trying to get him to get upset and just run out of there. But he's a stubborn one. That didn't work.
I just thought like I felt like her voice changed. Like, I hate you, and I'm just like, whoa.
She definitely did
dig
deep down for that one.
Like, it was heartfelt.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like, yo, all of a sudden, because she just loved you like 20 minutes ago, like
But then he hit her with the mother, and she looked up like.
Oh, okay. So that was like their one scene where everything just came together.
Yeah, it was like acceptance.
The acceptance. You're right.
Because he at that point he knew that was his mother's, sisters,
right?
And
right.
At this point, he has his mother on the other side, looking in. Like she saw everything happen.
Okay.
And he knew that little girl behind him was his mother. He had to know. If he knew that sailor was his his keeper.
He did know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he knew his mother was the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Again, I hate when they like when they make the old characters, they shrink them. I was like, I don't get that.
When people get older, they shrink a little bit. I've seen it
a little bit, but it is like drastically.
Yeah, they got to really
hit him with a shrink ray or something.
From her in her youth to now. She's actually kind of
They did to my man. What was his name from Freyrin?
Himmel.
Himmel.
Yo,
that's crazy. They took feet from him.
But that's kind of like their way of illustrating
that they're old,
they're fragile.
Yeah, they're
they're no longer.
No, I get that. Yeah. I just to me it's just a personal thing.
And he still felt like he was handsome. He was
absolutely that beard. Oh my god.
Yeah, because it's drastic. Like it's just a drastic. They were like 6 feet tall, and now they're 2 feet tall. It's just like whoa.
Yeah, like I don't know if you ever like watched Shaman or
Shaman King or
Shaman King.
Oh, where I never watched it.
No, but I've watched a couple episodes. The grandfather, I think he transformed once, and that joint was crazy,
man.
Yeah, he went from being fragile to like, like
yeah.
I can't remember Fairy Tale. Was Fairy Tale the Grandmaster?
Oh yeah. Same with him. Yeah,
was he right?
Yeah, he was like fragile.
When they showed him when he was older, they was like, wait a minute. Even I was looking like that was him.
And then he transformed too. He was like,
what if that is like a culture thing or
folklore? Now that I think about it, not like this person didn't transfer from small to big, but this person, they showed him in a flashback, and because he was a trainer for one of the wielders for all One for All.
Oh yeah,
Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Same with him. Yeah.
Because they showed him with Shimura. He was tall, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Then you see him with Deku. He's just like this. He looked like Yoda flying around and everything.
You can still put in the
Yeah,
work.
bro.
You know
No,
what I'm
you're
saying?
right. You're
Crazy,
right.
right?
He
For
gets
him to
busy.
still be that strong.
Yeah.
Imagine him in his youth. Woo.
Yeah, something I'll let us see him. I'll let us see him in his youth. I want to see how he puts in work. But back to the boy in the Heron. Yeah, I mean, like I said, not berating it. I don't want to berate it, but you know, it was like I said, just some loose ends they could have tied up.
Also, I want to add, was he? Well, you know, throughout the movie, he was hearing his mom's voice. Was he mentally already connected to that space?
He had
somehow?
to be. He had to be.
Because what was that about?
Because remember the Heron kept saying, you know,
They're calling for you.
Yeah, they're calling for you. They're calling for you.
Right,
He had
right.
to be, you know, connected to that world, and that was, and like yeah, the mother giving birth to the baby, you know, was, you know, he's one of the heirs, but the great granduncle wanted Mahito.
Yeah.
You know, he was the candidate he really wanted.
Now that makes me think: was he born in there first, just like his sister or brother was?
I think it's
about
his
to
brother.
be?
I think that at the end they showed. I think it's a boy.
Talking about
Yeah.
Maito?
Yeah.
So is it like a family thing to be born inside that realm?
You know,
And
it's
like
interesting
connects
because,
you.
and that's another thing. She just walked in there.
Yeah, she just knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, what the heck's going on? She
Left
just walked
everybody
right
and
in-
all
yeah.
that,
You know
like-
what's crazy? Now that I'm thinking of it, I wonder if all these other movies are connected somehow.
Some of them have to be.
They have
Maybe
to be,
not
right? Because I feel like I've seen
directly.
that little kid before. At the end, looking stupid, like, you know. But
It's possible. He could have
No,
been like
yeah.
in a background or
no, like probably not. If not the protagonist, but
smaller role.
yeah,
You know, I feel like, and then even with the director who does he has his movies with Your Name, Weathering You, and Suzuki.
Suzume,
I think
yeah.
those movies, along with these Studio Ghibli movies, I think they all have some sort of connection. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big connection, I don't feel like, but just to show, like, you know, just a little cameo on, okay, you know, this is a little part from this movie. You know what I'm saying? That's that. I mean, like I said, that's just what I think. You know, and it would just make sense.
I gotta watch those. Weathering You and there's
Your
one
Name.
with like a gate.
Suzume.
Suzume. Is that-
Yeah.
That one was good.
It was good.
Mhm.
It was good. Yeah.
I gotta watch those.
We could talk about that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, they're on
watched Your
Crunchy.
Lie in April, and I listened.
What was it?
You're like in April.
Your Lie in April.
Was it?
It and I watched it because I'm a big not big, but I like classical music.
Okay.
Ooh,
And
same.
yeah, the protagonist is like he's heavy wicked with the piano. And
Oh,
like,
yeah?
I was
Okay.
like loving that.
Nice, nice.
I didn't like the movie because I was like sad the whole time.
Is that the one? Because I know there's a few. Is that the one with the daughter? Is that the one with the daughter? Because it was one of them that I watched, and not only was the music beautiful, but it got me.
She plays the violin.
Okay, so I don't think I watched that
Yeah,
one.
and they become like a duo.
Mm.
But it's
Yeah, I didn't
so
watch that
sad.
one.
I was sad the whole time. The whole time watching it, I was like
Oh.
sad. And then the music just made it
Tug it
made
in the
even
heartstrings.
worse.
It knew what heartstrings to grab. It had him in
Yeah.
a chokehold. Yeah.
Yeah, because they explain like what the artist that created the music was feeling at that moment, and it just embodied the whole scene.
Yeah.
Like it took over the whole scene.
Yeah.
You could tell that the player, like the people playing the sonata, it's called,
Yeah.
were feeling the same thing.
Whew.
Yeah,
It's
so
deep.
it's like
It's deep.
so it's like I'm like they're sad, I'm sad, this is sad. Like yeah,
Nah.
I suggest you guys watching like daylight or something. 'Cause
What's wrong
go to
with
bed
you?
crying.
Like,
yeah,
you don't understand.
Don't want to cry before bed now.
yeah, no.
Good night.
But anything else with Boy in the Heron?
I just don't feel like it. And this is I'm being respectful when it comes to like saying this. He is a very good director. Studio Ghibli has amazing art, has amazing stories. This one was not.
Not your favorite.
Not my favorite. Right. That's my opinion. Did it have beautiful colors, beautiful art? Yes. The story was lackluster. They should have gave it to Spider-Man. They should have given it to Spider-Man.
I thought 1 was better than 2 for Spider-Man. I liked 1.
Wait, what?
I liked 1 better than 2.
No.
I've watched 1. I enjoyed 1. I still haven't watched 2 yet. I forget.
I
still haven't watched 2 yet.
Netflix.
I forget. Like, I get home, I get comfortable. Like,
you know what?
I'm gonna try to watch.
Listen, we're gonna end this podcast now, so you can go watch it. No,
I've heard good about it.
It's amazing. And the end, the end is cliffhanger.
Okay.
I have to watch it again.
I'll watch it today.
It was amazing. It's amazing.
And it's
really. Wait, hold on, Lito. You like 1 instead of 2?
Yeah.
Really?
Why do you like 1?
Just the way it was overall. I just enjoyed it more. I feel like I did.
Oh, okay.
But 2 was good too. I enjoyed 2.
Okay, but you're being vague here. What didn't you enjoy about 2?
It's just a personal opinion. That's all. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, but I didn't. I'm trying to think deeper into his opinion.
No, you don't have to think.
Brought his
you don't have to
dig
deep enough.
Right?
That's just a personal opinion. That's.
I
was it the introduction of him? Like, it just brought more, maybe?
Just overall the introduction.
Private investigator Joe. No. Yeah, no, I get it. Personal opinion. That's all. I'm surprised because I thought 2 was amazing. I thought it was great. Like, it had me at the edge of my seat the whole time, bro. Yeah, when you go home.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff. I've seen some like different clips and stuff.
Yeah,
and every time I think to myself, like, man, why haven't I watched it yet?
It's a long movie.
Yeah.
Is it 2.5?
2.5.
Yeah. Yeah, 2.5.
It should have won.
That is long.
Won the Oscar.
That is long.
Yeah. Is this Miyazaki's first Oscar? It's his first one, right?
I'm not sure.
It might be.
Okay.
Yeah,
because if that's the case, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's a well-desered.
Yeah, it was a long time coming.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. It was a long time coming.
He could have got it next year.
I mean, we know the animation was excellent.
Yeah, right.
I feel the story was good. We stuck to, the boy.
The story was okay. It's like I said, I just wish they tied in a little more to some of the characters and why they are who they are and stuff like that. But
the way he blends fantasy with realism.
Right. So
I did like. I mean, you guys felt like the great uncle was pretty much Miyazaki, right?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about
wow.
that.
Since this was him, see, guys.
That's a good. Okay, yeah. That's
since this was supposed to be his last movie,
right?
This guy is talking about a universe that he was building. Miyazaki built the Ghibli universe.
Yeah. Okay.
Who is he passing down the torch to?
Right.
He has a son, I believe, that he wanted to pass it down to. The studio and the son denied it. If I'm
both
accurate with that, yeah.
Both of them did?
That's why the story's like that.
That makes sense.
So,
wow, that just gave me chills.
And then I couldn't remember.
Where were you with this information? Where were you?
I was waiting to drop the boom.
He was waiting for stop digging about why he thinks Spider-Man 1 was better than Spider-Man 2. That's why.
But no, I like that little symbolism there. Like, he created a universe.
I wasn't aware of this.
And
I read a little bit about it. Yeah. Like I read the only thing I read, I didn't go too deep into it. The only thing I read is that they were looking for an successor. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I read. I didn't know it was going to be his son.
Yeah.
So he tried giving it to the son in the studio and they rejected it.
Yeah.
The studio and the son rejected it?
That I'm not 100% sure, but I know that they just don't have a successor right now. But he wanted it for it to.
But he's the top dog in that studio.
Yeah, he's the founder.
He's the founder. He's the founder with like 2 other people, I think, right?
One other.
Okay, one other person. Okay.
And I feel like he's just like the great uncle is scared that whoever takes the torch besides the person he wants to, just like the Parakeet King, who did whatever he wanted and destroyed the world.
Destroy it, yeah.
Wow. He was looking with somebody with no malice.
That even made more sense to me.
So and then he had 13 blocks. I thought he had 13 movies. It would have been perfect sense. But he has 12 movies. Maito takes a block back.
Oh, he does, and he
cut
that block. Yeah. Hold on.
Yo, okay.
There's
Mic
the foreshadowing right there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I wonder if in the upcoming years he'll have another movie, but ties in the successor with it.
Before this, like that was already done, right?
Right.
There's already been like once or twice where I didn't even notice. Bonnie told me that he said he's gonna retire, then he doesn't retire, and then
So
you can even tell it.
He's been flirting with the decision of retiring.
Even this one, he was gonna retire, or he was set on retiring. Then got the award, and then he felt like the love of the community and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's like, you know what, I can't do it yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so we
Fuego.
might get one more.
Yeah, that's Fuego. We might get one more, but he might tie in the successor. Now that I know this, I didn't know this information.
See, instead of digging in deep on why he didn't like Spider-Man 2, you should have digging deep with that.
I still want to know why he don't like Spider-Man 2. Like,
We can say that for the next one.
listen.
Here we go.
No, but
when he watches it.
I'm
yeah,
definitely gonna watch it.
No, but that
It gives you time to look for something.
No,
We watch it again, like, man.
You have no reason not to like number 2.
I didn't say I didn't like number 2.
Or that you like,
I like
number one
one.
better than number 2.
He's like, take this joke. But no, that's actually pretty cool. Like,
That's awesome.
That's actually pretty.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
you
So
brought
now,
that up.
I kind of look at it a little differently.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I got
look
chills
at
after you
too.
said that. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No, that's actually that.
Well, the ending makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The ending with
No,
the
not the
parakeet.
whole story makes sense. Like,
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, okay, he's this kid. Essentially, he's telling us what has been happening. He is this kid.
Wait, Miyazaki's Mahito? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like, why? Like,
But Lito just said
I would say it was the great
he's
grand.
the great grand uncle.
okay, yes,
Yeah.
okay. Now understand why the kid didn't access the gate of knowledge, because the great grand uncle didn't give the successor the knowledge.
Yeah, he kept it. Yep.
So he was like there, but couldn't like traverse through it.
Right.
So okay, okay.
Because it wasn't meant for him.
It wasn't meant for
It
him.
wasn't meant for him. Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. And
Lito, you just changed the whole podcast, bro. Oh my god.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
So the director is the great grand uncle. Okay?
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
grand uncle.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
So now does it deserve the Oscar?
Or a little more.
He's searching.
Overall, I don't know.
If this now this is the only problem with this, right? The knowledge you just bestowed on us is not like, unless you are a really big fan, it's not openly like known.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That's why it's hard for like a newer person or
Correct. Like 13 blocks. He has 12 movies. The kid took one. You know, like that symbolism. Like, if you don't know that knowledge, you
just gonna
can't
look over it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, like, there's no appreciation factor towards it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Okay.
So it's if this information is not privy to everybody. That's all I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
So like people that don't know it, they're
And
like,
that's
oh, okay.
and that's why I say we live in a different time where people want the information to be handed out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because
But a person like Lito or like that actually does the research.
right,
you know?
right. Then you'll understand it more better.
But even a second watch through, I just like the worlds they were in.
Yeah.
I just got that like probably the second watch through with the
Yeah.
mom when she left, when she was like, "No, I have to leave and become your mom," and then she went through the other door. I don't know if those are different timeline doors.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yep. At the end. Yeah. She was going through back to her where she originated.
Which helped make sense with Kiriko, because I was like, okay, was there two people at the same time, or did she turn into
But wait, Kiriko is who?
or Kimiko, the lady in that he first sees when he goes into the world.
Oh, the one,
the caretaker.
The caretaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. She headed back into her time too.
Yeah, along with Himi.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then it's funny where he pulled out that
the doll.
The doll. It was her, and then she popped up to life.
Oh, she really did.
Yeah. But
crazy.
No, I mean, wow. Thank you, Lito. We appreciate it. Yeah, that was good. No, I didn't even realize that.
You tied up
loose ends
without even knowing.
You tied up a lot.
I'm glad.
Yeah. No, I definitely look at it differently. But like you said, Joe, a lot of people, like I said, we live in a different time where people want, here.
Yeah, that information.
The information is here. I'm giving it to you instead of. And Miyazaki's the last of a dying breed where, he's like, hey, I'm going to give you a little bit. Let's see if you can figure it out. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's why I'm a fan of Cowboy Bebop, because I feel like it's the same thing. It's just, here's something that I give you. I painted half this picture. Let's see if you can paint the rest of it. And he does a great job. He does. He really does.
Now to look for the next one, whatever that's going to be. When that's going to be.
I'm thinking about what you just said. Like, his whole world, like, being destroyed is kind of sad. Like,
Oh, shoot.
Everything he created,
everything he created.
Get a wrong successor.
His world is gone.
Wow. Yeah. That is now. Wow.
Now you just hope that nobody messes it up.
And that's the thing. Because you don't know. It's like you kind of hope Taro Toro, who's taking over for Toriyama, keeps going strong with Super. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I heard they were gonna be going back to that, I was like, okay, like I'm on the fence about it. I'm like, either it's gonna be good or it's gonna.
But he was hand picked by Toriyama. So And I feel like I read something that Toriyama kind of gave Taro Toro, a vision, and that Taro Toro was gonna eventually make it into Toriyama's vision. But I feel like I read something about that, but I could be wrong.
Personally, I feel like he would have left something like that. I know if I was in his shoes, I would have here's the guidelines of how I would like things to go.
Make it your own, but this is the end.
Yeah. I feel like he did leave something like that.
I hope the late Akira Toriyama trusted him enough to know that he wouldn't diverge.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. I'm pretty sure they had talks about it.
Oh yeah, I can imagine they had plenty.
I'm pretty sure Toriyama wouldn't pick him if he knew he was going to go left with his story.
Because he probably asked him certain questions to see how he would answer.
Right. So I think Taro Toro is going to be, it's going to be in his own way, but eventually their vision is going to collab somehow.
Yeah, and it's going to come to a point where Taro Toro is going to finish it. The era of Dragon Ball is probably going to come to an end. And he's gonna work on his own stuff. And honestly,
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, if it's to any caliber of what Akira Toriyama made, I can't wait to see it.
I feel like he was definitely a fan since day one, and I think we're gonna get like an old school feel or something. That's what I feel like. This is the Goku I remember, or little stuff like that. Yeah.
And real quick, because I don't want to jump off too subject, but not only when we talk about Miyazaki and his vision of Studio Ghibli and everything, Togashi has his version of the ending for Hunter, and he's put it online.
Yeah,
I have not read it yet because I don't want to know.
That latest
he put guidelines.
It's confusing. You wouldn't I unless I'm stupid. But I looked at it and I'm like, what is this? And I just skimmed through it and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So I feel like we don't know enough to actually put it together.
I did the same. I read it but didn't really
he has 3 different endings for
Yeah.
for the story. Did you kind of skip through all 3?
All 3.
Okay.
And I didn't get it too much, so I was like,
yeah, I didn't want to get into anything because I was like, okay, I don't know. Okay.
We don't know enough to actually.
Oh, so it's not really spoiling much.
felt like more like notes, right? Or,
guidelines.
I don't want to say spoiling because he's the one that's creating it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like there. Okay, but he doesn't give you much to see.
Together.
Okay.
Like he basically, like he gives you part of the ingredients to bake a cookie.
Right, for someone to finish it in case something does happen to him.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I still don't want to look through it, but I mean, as long as it's not.
To me, it didn't make sense. I'm looking at it, and I looked at all 3. Like I read like skimmed through the whole thing, and I'm like, I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, what is this?
Okay.
I'm like, what is this?
Okay. No, I mean, I'm just curious to see, and then like we don't know who his successor is right now at this point, so we'll hopefully nothing happens to him. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully nothing happens to him. Hopefully, and it seems like he's going back to bringing out chapters and stuff like that very soon. So it's gonna be interesting to see where that goes. But
whoever made I Parry Everything needs at least get him on the contract. Cause,
is that good?
What
you watching it on?
It's good. It's
High Dive,
illegal site.
Oh, okay. But it's on a High Dive, but High Dive you can get a subscription through with Prime.
By the way, I'm not a scumbag. I do have Crunchyroll and I pay for it.
Just not gonna get like 4 different subscriptions, you know?
Yeah, I get it. But I think that's everything. Also, real quick, I want to talk about October is going to be jam-packed. So we have a lot to discuss.
What, October 3rd? Starting October 3rd?
Yeah, Dandadan, that's going to be great. So, but we'll get together and talk about what we want to talk about next week or the next episode.
Solo Leveling, too.
Yo, there's going to be a movie, I think, in December. Right?
Yeah.
A movie, and then the season airs.
Well, it's the episodes.
Wait, say it? What happened?
We're doing episodes for Solo Leveling, the movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you said do an episode?
No, they're doing episodes.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
In theaters?
That's going to be the movie. The Demon Slayer route. That's what we were talking about on the chat the other day. Or yesterday.
Oh, God.
I thought it was it's not no standalone movie.
Really?
I thought it was. Never mind. All right, I don't want to talk about this no more.
So what is it going to be like? It's going to be like the first 3 episodes, or
possibly
first 3 episodes of season 2? Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like what they did with Dandadan.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah, but this is Dandadan is just different because it's a new one, and we're gonna check it out. It was like a little preview. This we already know, and.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what they were doing.
Like a preview, I guess.
Interesting. Maybe that's the new.
I mean, you can still go watch it.
Maybe that's the
new.
No,
yeah, I see. As long as they don't show us the last episode of the last season, and then the episode,
give us a recap.
Right,
no, we don't need it,
and that's like half the movie, or quote unquote movie. Like
as long as they give us maybe 5 to 10 minutes of a recap, I'm okay with it.
That's fine because we watched it months ago. I get it, but. Okay, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe, but we'll get together soon. We'll talk about what we're going to talk about for the next episode. Oh, real quick. You guys watching Daima? Dragon Ball Daima?
I will.
Oh, yeah. That's a must.
I'm going to check it out.
That's a must.
Okay.
It looks interesting.
Toriyama's last project.
And it looks super clean.
He was halfway through it, too. Or... What is it, like a quarter or halfway? And then he passed.
Yeah.
Have to check it out.
Okay. So with that being said, you can catch Amy Break Room on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and iTunes. Dabir, our social media pages are
Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. In
the works. We have a new hoodie coming out. We're still working on that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we got a new hoodie coming out. A couple prototypes for designs, which looks really sweet. I want to give a shout out to Bonnie Lito's fiance. She's doing an amazing job with it. So if you guys are interested, please DM us on any of our social media platforms. But with that being said, Joe, you good? Lito, you good?
Good.
Dabir, you good?
Yeah.
Go watch Spider-Man, bro. You gotta
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Well, okay. With that being said, break time's over. You guys have a good day.